guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 11 of season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The last episode we left with no Appa. And I was kind of like, oh no, we're going to rescue him, it'll be okay. But really, the look on Aang's face and the welling of the tears in his eyes and just how sad Toph was about losing Appa. And like, it's not her fault. Like, she's trying to keep them alive and she couldn't do anything with the sand because of the sandbenders. And I don't know what they're doing with Appa. I mean, they were like messing with him earlier in the last episode and then now they've captured him. I feel like Appa could eat people, like he could just like whip his head and like and take care of a good chunk of those sandbenders, but I also think he's being nice. I feel like Appa's got to keep that at bay because he really could just be taking people out left and right, and he's choosing to do the right thing. He's choosing to be rescued. I'm hoping. I don't think we're gonna enter this episode into a bloodbath, but it could happen. If he wanted to. If he wanted to, he would. So Appa's being taken away by the sandbenders, and the library that we were at was sinking into the sand, and the nice little owl that let them in was very upset that they were going to use the information to attack the Fire Nation. Now, he's 100% allowed to do whatever he wants with his own library. I totally get it, but that's extreme. But we did find out that the solar eclipse is the best time to attack the Fire Lord. And we found out when the next eclipse will be. I don't think that they shared an exact date with us. They haven't done that the entire series. Don't know why they would start now. But it hopefully is before the comet comes, which I think even Sokka said. And if it's after, let's not think about that. But I love the planetarium. I love the whole idea of putting in the date and seeing where the sun and the moon were at that time. I think that that is just beautiful and genius at the same time. I love that Sokka came up with a lot of that. Everyone just thinks he's comic relief, and he's a smart cookie. Like, he's a goofball, and that's why I love him, because I'm a goofball, but like, he's also very intelligent, and he's really good at putting plans together. So now we know that we have to get to the Fire Kingdom before the next eclipse, and also before the comet. Now, if those two things happen around the same time, if the sun and the comet are not out at the same time, great. If it's just the comet and there's an eclipse, I don't think that they could still use their powers, because if they took the moon away and Katara couldn't heal without the moon, then I don't know what happens with the sun. I mean, the sun's not non-existent. It's just not visible. So I'm not quite sure how that really affects the firebenders. But if it makes them a little weaker, then, he can't draw from the comet. The Fire Lord can't draw from the comet. And then if they're both out, uh-oh. And then if Aang is able to do something amazing with everybody else in tow, I think really ultimately the Avatar is to bring people together. So I don't think he's going to have to like face the Fire Lord 100% on his own. I think that he is going to have a team of people. He already has a team of people helping him and becoming, an earthbender, a waterbender, the best airbender, and that last one, firebender. I've got my money on Iroh. Or Zuko. I would like if Zuko helped, but I don't think Zuko is a good teacher or would be a good teacher because he seems to struggle even being a student. And Uncle Iroh seems to be an amazing teacher. Who's not the best teacher for feelings and making you feel good about yourself and just giving you those, warm, fuzzy feelings is Toph. She is a tough cookie, which we already knew that about her. And like, she pretty much like is taunting Aang and calling him a wuss and like is stealing food from his bag and then cracking open his nuts with his staff, and that sounded really weird. But like she's doing stuff that is antagonistic and irritating. And Aang is much calmer and a practiced monk than I could ever be, because I would not be able to find my zen around her. I'd be like, and that's because we're too much alike. I'm a lot like Toph, where I'm a tough cookie, like where I'm fairly passive aggressive and mildly aggressive when it comes to getting a point across. So I was bothered by it, but that was a projection of my own insecurity. She still got him to earthbend, and then he felt kind of comfortable like trying to save Sokka and getting him out of the hole, and she was like, ooh, slow your roll. Let me do that. Poor Sokka. But we got to see like Aang, he was pretty much, it's the whole yin and yang thing, is that he is fighting the yang part where the opposite of airbending is earthbending, and his movements and the way he is, you can't use those with earthbending. You have to be very grounded and firm, and with airbending you're very light. And I get why those things would be very difficult to do for him. Now, it makes me curious, not that I'm like, oh, well, then that means that he's a good waterbender, so he'd be a good firebender. I think that those are probably in the middle of difficulty, to where earthbending is super difficult, middle, and then, of course, airbending is his forte. I'm still curious who's going to teach him. I don't know. I'm still waiting to get to Ba Sing Se, because one, we have to talk to the earthbenders at Ba Sing Se, especially about how to defeat the Fire Lord. They weren't able to penetrate the wall at Ba Sing Se, or it is one of the peaceful cities of the whole world, because like the walls haven't been breached. Although I thought I saw Uncle Iroh with a breached wall. I don't know, I didn't think about that till just now. Anyway, hopefully that whole thing kind of gets answered. I don't know if that's even a question I should have. Like, what wall did he breach if it wasn't the wall at Ba Sing Se? I don't know. I don't know. We have to get Appa back, because we're out in the middle of the desert. Like, all of our stuff was on Appa. We can't depend on Toph to like help us travel through the desert like on some sand, unless they come up with something creative together, Katara making some mud out of the sand, and Toph being able to like move like a rock that they made, and they're traveling along the desert. I don't know. Or they're just walking, because we know how much Sokka loves to walk. Actually, he's a proponent of walking if it means Appa's not being chased by firebenders. So he's like, yeah, we'll walk. It's the smartest thing to do. Keep him out of the sky. But we got to find Appa first. I'm hoping that's what this episode is. If we are just moving on without Appa, that breaks my heart, and I'm not happy about that. I don't know if this episode will have anything, because there's only one. Sometimes when there's two, I know that there'll be like something that at least hits. But we left with Zuko at the top of a mountain, screaming, getting that rage out that he was keeping in eternally for such a long time. And not even rage. I think he lets his rage out all the time. His pain, where he was hurt, all of the anger that he feels towards his family, but like all of the hurt that they've caused him. And the shame that he feels for, being banished, and now his sister's trying to kill him. And, we saw that whole scenario where he's like, my name is Prince Zuko, the Fire Nation, and blah, blah, blah. And that's not really who he is anymore. And I think that's not something that he feels that he can be proud of anymore. And it's not because he did anything. It's because the rest of the Fire Nation and his father and history. So, the kid like has no identity, and he's trying to figure out who he is and how to defend himself and how to restore his honor. And the Avatar going to his father is not the answer. And I think we all know that. I think he probably even knows that a little bit. But he just needs to admit it and say it out loud. I think he's a very honorable person. He showed that in Zuko alone. I think that showed that he has honor, and that he's very honorable, more so than his father ever could be. I'm curious if we'll see anything about that in this one episode. Oh, that's what kills me, is it's just one episode. I'm doing it to myself. Math is very important. Okay, guys, so I don't know if Azula and Ty Lee and May will be in this, but if they are, fantastic. If they are not, we'll get them in the next one. Okay, guys, well, let's get into it. Oh, that looks so dry and gross.
How could you let them take Appa?
Easy. Easy.
The library was sinking. The sandbender snuck up on me and you just didn't care.
Oh, Aang.
But you wanted him gone.
Aang.
You know Toph did all she could. She saved our lives.
Who's gonna save our lives now?
That's all any of you guys care about, yourselves. You don't care whether Appa is okay or not.
Why would you think that?
We can't afford to be fighting now.
I'm going after Appa.
I believe you. You can't leave them there.
We're the only people who know about the solar eclipse. We have to get that information to Ba Sing Se.
You think if we dig out the giant owl, he'll give us a ride?
Most likely no. Oh, Aang, I'm so disappointed, but I understand.
Maybe we should make camp.
Don't stop just for me. Oh. What now?
Right? Oh. Firebenders?
Colonel Monkey. What a pleasant surprise.
Monkey?
If you're surprised, then the Dragon of the West has lost a few steps.
Oh, they're intense.
You know these guys?
Colonel Monkey and the Rough Rhinos are legendary.
The Rough Rhinos.
One is a different kind of weapons specialist. They are also a very capable singing group.
We're not here to give a concert.
Oh, are they, though?
Would you like some tea first? How about you, Kachi? I make you as a Jasmine man. Am I right?
Is he playing with them?
Round him up!
I don't want him to have to fight, because, like, he's not in, like, good shape, but, like, I thoroughly enjoy it. Nice.
It's nice to see old friends.
Is
You
it?
don't have any old friends that don't want to attack you.
Old friends that don't want to attack me.
Oh, he's got someone in mind. Oh. Oh.
Can't you watch where you're...
No.
Right. Sorry.
Come on, guys. We've got to stick together.
Can I have some water?
Hmm.
We're drinking your bending water? You used this on the swamp guy! Ugh.
It does taste swampy.
You're in no place to complain.
It's all we have.
Not anymore! Look!
Oasis.
Sokka, wait! You shouldn't be eating strange plants.
Oh, it's actually there.
There's water trapped inside these.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, he got the fun cactus out in the desert.
Nothing's quenching. It's the quenching.
Okay, I think you've had enough.
Who lit Toph on fire?
Oh, my. Oh.
Can I get some of that cactus?
I don't think that's a good idea. Come on, we need to find Aang.
I mean, if y'all can, like, trip and still have your thirst quenched and get through the desert, not the ocean, as Sokka thought that's where he was.
Appa! Appa!
How does he even know where to go?
No.
I'm sorry. Oh.
What is that?
What is what?
It's a giant mushroom.
He's not wrong.
Maybe it's friendly! Friendly mushroom!
Mushy giant friend.
I was just doing that.
A little barefoot blind girl and her friends passed through here a few days ago.
Did they give you any indication where they were
Oh.
headed?
So it wasn't her father.
Give me a little incentive? You suggesting I break your fingers? They went in the desert. There's almost no chance they survived. That's okay, because she's wanted dead or alive.
Is
No,
she?
she's not. I'm certain her father wants her alive.
Absolutely.
Fire Nation wanted posters. Look who's here.
Oh, goodness. That's that scar that Zuko has. Oh, it's about to get really cold when the sun goes down.
I'm sorry, Aang. We need to focus on getting out of here.
We won't survive without Appa. We all know it.
Aww.
We can do this if we work together.
We're trapped in a giant bowl of sand pudding. I got nothing.
Sokka?
Optimist.
Any ideas how to find Ba Sing Se?
Why don't we ask the circle birds?
We're getting out of this desert and we're gonna do it together. We can do this. We have to.
She's such a good leader. No, Appa. Momo! Oh, there were circling birds. And oh my god, were those buzzards? In the shape of a hornet body? I'd say bees, but I don't think bees are shaped that way.
Is there any more water?
Everyone can have a little drink.
Momo!
You've killed us all!
No, he hasn't.
All right. Bending.
Sokka, let me see the things you got from the library.
What? I didn't steal anything. Who told you that?
No one.
Was you! You ratted me out!
A trip in Sokka is not good.
It doesn't matter. None of those will tell us where Appa is.
It's not the point, Aang.
No one here is gonna help us. These people just look like filthy wanderers.
Zuko.
I think I found our friend.
Oh.
Let's take them now.
This place is full of desperate characters. We might have to fight them all just to keep our prize. Patience.
Are they sitting on the same chair? God.
May I have this game?
The guest has the first move.
Lotus.
I see you favor the White Lotus Gambit.
Those who do can always find a friend.
The White Lotus opens wide to those who know her secrets.
What are you old gas bags talking about?
Zuko, stop.
Pai Sho is more than just a game.
It's like a secret society or something.
You two fugitives are coming with me. I knew it.
I thought you said you would help.
Just watch. You think you're going to capture them and collect all that gold?
Oof. I'm still very fascinated by these two men, though. And guess who got away? That seems unnecessary. Scorpions, no! No! I can't.
Get up. We need to go.
He's probably hungover.
Yesterday, my mouth tasted like mud. Now it just tastes like sand. I never thought I'd miss the taste of mud so much.
Appa!
Oh, why would Princess Yue need him? She's the moon. She flies by herself.
Aww.
It's just a cloud. A cloud? Here, fly up and bend the water from that cloud into my pouch.
Aang. I get it. I'd be upset too.
Wow, there's hardly any in here.
I'm sorry, okay?
Whoa.
It's a desert cloud. I did all I could. What's anyone else doing? What are you doing?
Whoa.
Trying to keep everyone together. Let's just get moving. We need to head this direction.
They handle that much better than I would.
Ow!
Lay the smack down.
I am so sick of not feeling where I'm going.
What is that?
An And what idiot buried a boat in the middle of the desert? I kicked it hard enough to feel plenty of vibrations.
Can they put a sail on it and move across the sand?
It's one of the gliders the sandbenders use.
Uh-huh.
Aang, you can bend a breeze so we can sail it.
Sokka just living his best life.
It is an honor to welcome such a high-ranking member of the Order of the White Lotus.
It is a secret society.
Now that you've played Pie's show, are you gonna do some flower arranging, or is someone in this club gonna offer some real help?
Tuco, look deeper, would ya?
You must forgive my nephew. He has little appreciation for the cryptic arts.
Indeed.
Who knocks at the garden gate?
One who has eaten the fruit and tasted its mysteries.
I want to be part of this club. Oh, not welcome.
The needle on this compass doesn't seem to be pointing north.
Take it easy, little lady. I'm sure the sand folks who built this baby know how to get around here.
Oh boy.
That's what the compass is pointing to. That giant rock. It must be the magnetic center of the desert.
Ah.
A rock? Yes! Let's go!
Maybe we can find some water there.
Maybe we can find some sandbenders.
Maybe. Ooh, I do not like Aang being cranky and angry, but I understand why, but ooh.
Finally! Solid ground.
Oh, what is in there?
I think my head is starting to clear out the cactus juice. And look! Tastes like rotten penguin meat!
You've been hallucinating on cactus juice all day, and then you just lick something you find stuck to the wall of a cave?
I have a natural curiosity.
I don't think this is a normal cave.
Probably not.
This was carved by something.
That left all the ooze?
There's something buzzing in here. Something that's coming for us.
Oh, I have that thing where I don't like holes. I can't even look at that. Ah. Ah. Okay, it is a buzzing buzzard.
That rock almost crushed me!
I can't tell where they are in the air.
Oh.
I got this one!
Okay, we found like another like thing that she can't do.
There's nothing there!
I guess my head's not as clear as I thought.
Yeah, you still tripping, boo.
We have to get out of here.
Oh, God.
I'm not losing anyone else out here.
So you just leave them behind?
Come on, we're going down.
Can they ride one of them out of there?
Fire!
Yeah! She got it, right?
Go get him. Oh, I forgot he could fly. Wow. Oh.
On your left.
On your left. I don't think that was Toph. Sand people. Where's Appa?
What's going on? Is the club meeting over?
We're heading to Ba Sing Se.
Ba Sing Se? Why would we go to the Earth Kingdom capital?
The city is filled with refugees.
We can hide in plain sight there.
Yay.
It's the safest place in the world from the Fire Nation. Even I couldn't break through to the city.
Okay, well, answer that question from the beginning.
I have the passports for our guests, but there are 2 men out on the street looking for them.
You see these guys?
Just change the way you look. I don't know. Like, wrap yourself up with the sand people stuff.
What are you doing with a sandbender sailor?
We found the sailor abandoned in the desert. Our bison was stolen, and we have to get to Ba Sing Se.
You dare accuse our people of theft?
No one accused our people of anything. We must give them hospitality.
Sorry, Father.
I recognized the son's voice. He's the one that stole Appa.
Are you sure?
I never forget a voice.
Oh, Aang.
You
Oh,
stole
Aang.
Appa.
Oh.
What did you do to him?
They're lying.
Where is my bison?
Okay, those eyebrows were menacing. I would never... They're in the flower pots.
Where are these men? I got a tip that they're in your shop.
No one is here but us.
We know all about your secret back room. Kick it down.
That room is for flowers only.
I want to see what's in the room.
Some unlucky soul has an incomplete pie show set.
The White Lotus is very important to have that one. Yep.
You tell me where he is now.
What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
You said to put a muzzle on him.
You muzzled Appa?
The Aang, 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 Aang! Oh, God. Oh, no, no, no. Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it belonged to the Avatar.
It doesn't matter.
Where Appa is?
I traded him. He's probably in Ba Sing Se by now. They were gonna sell him there. Please, we'll escort you out of the desert. We'll help however we can.
Aang.
Just get out of here. Run!
Aang. Oh. No, no. Well, I didn't want to stop watching after that episode, so I'm in the same boat with you guys. But at least we know that Appa's on his way to Ba Sing Se, or he'll be there when they get there, but, I was having a really hard time with Aang. Not really, I understood why he was angry. And I know that, like, in normal life, when you're angry, it's a lot easier to take it out on the people that you love, because, like, you know they're gonna forgive you. There's only so many things in this world that remain from when he was alive 100 years ago, or when he was around 100 years ago. Obviously, he was alive. But, you know, like, Appa and Momo is new, but, like, you know, Appa was, like, with him that whole time. Appa is also 100 plus years old, however old Appa was when he was, you know, frozen in the iceberg. I know how he feels because, like, you know, like, I want Appa back, and I don't like that Appa's gone either. And I do love that, you know, Sokka didn't provide much in this episode other than kind of seeing the buzzards. I'm just gonna call them the buzzards overhead, but, you know, like the peyote in the desert kind of feel. It was actually really funny. I was right there with him. But you know, Katara, like, she also shows that, like, you know, there's some of Sokka that rubs off on her, where, like, you know, she makes these plans, but then also, you know, she uses her own ingenuity to kind of come up with ways of, like seeing the cloud and just being like, there's a water source, and we need to follow the sky, and, like, looking at the star charts, and, you know, like she's very determined, and she did not want her family to get broken up. And, you know, I love that about her. Like, she is, you know, definitely the heart of this group. And, you know, Toph, the best word I can describe her as is cantankerous. She's just, she's, it's not even that she has a bad attitude. She just has tude. And like, I enjoy her. But at the same time, I feel like a big sister. I think that's what that feeling is, that vibe. But I understand Aang's anger, and I understand, like, his hurt and his pain. And, you know, Katara being so sad that he went into the Avatar state because she's terrified when he goes into that. But she knows what feelings bring that about. And she knew not to leave him. She knew that, like, you know, he needed to let it out. And he did, and he scared everybody, and he destroyed a lot. And, you know, hopefully they still want to help him after destroying all of their gliders. But, you know, I'm glad Toph remembered what the kid's voice sounded like, so she was able to just really be like, no, it's you. And I mean, Aang would, like, even like with his anger without being in the Avatar state, like, is pretty intense. But then the voice even in the Avatar state is, and like, again, we have to remember that he's very vulnerable in that state, so somebody could have really done a number and almost got rid of the Avatar, you know what I mean? Not almost, like, there was no one there that was going to threaten him at that time, but now I'm going to think of that every time he goes into the Avatar state, that it's 100% the most dangerous thing he could possibly do to himself. Now, I thought maybe the Sandbenders had been hired by Toph's dad, and I always forget who the other two gentlemen are. Gentlemen. The other two earthbending dudes are. I'll look up their names, I promise. That I thought that the Sand People were hired by her father to steal Appa because Appa was with them while they were at Toph's family's home. No. Just some idiot trying to make a buck or two. But them, like, looking for Toph and seeing Zuko and Iroh. Now, of course, we had the group at the beginning that they ran into that I'm 100% sure we will see again. But it also kind of triggered in Uncle Iroh that, like, he needed to have friends that weren't after him, that didn't want him dead. And obviously the White Lotus club, group, cult, I'm not sure, secret society, but like he had people that he could go to, and regardless of your background and what your name is and what nation you hail from, you're welcome in the group. I love that for us. I love when they bring back the White Lotus tile, and it actually meant more than just, you know, him playing a little trick on Zuko back in the day, to, you know, maybe go on a shopping trip or to stop and, you know, stretch your legs and have some fun, because Zuko was all about getting to the Avatar. And it's nice that it paid off into something like this. So now everybody's on their way to Ba Sing Se. I feel like that's a song, or at least it should be. I'm excited to get to Ba Sing Se, and the fact that the next 2 episodes are a 2-parter, I imagine Ba Sing Se. I don't know. I haven't looked at the titles, but I'm sure that when I do see the title, it will be like, here we are. But we didn't really get a resolution of Zuko up on the mountain. It's like we're not getting, like, the completion of storylines, but I feel like we will get like tagged on in a different episode later on in the season, because we're still in you know, the mid part of the season. So definitely when we get to the later parts, I think all of those episodes previous where we're kind of left with cliffhangers will be very meaningful. If not, I just assumed that he caught lightning and he sent it back up to the sky because he is alive. And it went through his stomach, not through his heart. That's my assumption, at least. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as up to, oh god, I don't even know what to do math-wise. Nathanael, put the math up here. Was it 3 episodes early? Still 2 reactions. There'll be 2 reactions. The amount of episodes in those, let Nathanael tell you. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Like, 1, do you blame Aang for feeling the way he did about Appa being taken? Because, you know, I definitely felt a certain way about Appa being taken in the last episode, and I don't think that we're not going to get him back. It's just watching Aang go through the process of just anger and wanting his friend back. It was really hard to watch, seeing him in such an uncontrolled state, and like having that Zuko furrow, you know, like he was really feeling those feelings of anger in that moment. Again, I don't blame him, but it also breaks my heart when I see it. So, yeah. And do you want to be part of the White Lotus Society Club, secret society thing? I do. If it means I get to hang out with Uncle Iroh in a flower shop drinking tea, we in. We doing that thing. As long as it's not the cactus juice. Well, yeah. Who'd want to do the cactus juice? Anyway. Okay, guys. Actually, I'm not going to wait. You have to wait, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to watch the next 2 episodes. So, guys, with that being said, I will see ya over at those episodes. Here they come. I don't know. Hopefully. I don't know where this hits in release week, so I apologize if you have to wait a really long time. But I'm watching it right now.